Hey, I'm Jack.
And I'm Tom.
And this is our interview with each other.
I'm going to interview Jack, and then Jack's going to interview me. And we're doing this to show the audience of our blogs what auditions would be like if we were auditioning other people. Jack's idea was to not audition anyone because he wanted to audition the public so we get real answers. And I thought, what's better, real answers or friends who would lie to make our documentary look better? Yeah.
So we wanted it to be more personal, so if we plan it, it's not really personal because we'd be telling the person what to say and giving them the opinion of what we want, but we want their opinion of so it's more theoretical.
Yeah, exactly, and it's more
based on the true story.
Based on the true story, we want people's actual opinions, not our opinions coming from other people. So time's ticking. So let's start. So Jack, what do you think of the World War II conspiracy of Winston Churchill?
Well, I kind of think it is true because by all the facts we've researched so far in our research, I do think it's true. How he would actually get our city to get bombed rather than lose the war. Because what was happening was we had spies in Germany and all over Europe, and if Hitler knew we knew about the Blitz, then he would know we got spies in that country. So that's why Coventry got bombed. So it's either we don't get bombed, we know about it so we can clear the city before the plane's gone, or we lose the war.
So do you think if Churchill did tell Coventry and Hitler would have found out because of the code that Churchill would use this code to tell Coventry, the Germans already knew about this code, so they would have heard us? Do you think if Churchill told Coventry, do you think we would have lost the war?
We would have. I think our backup and all our spies would have got found out, and they would have gone into more depth and research about who is a spy and who's working for whose army, and there would have been a lot more deaths.
Especially on our side, wouldn't there? Because they probably would have bombed us either way, us knowing or not. For my opinion as well, for you asking the same questions, I think from the research that we've both done, you and me, even the play One Night November, all of it kind of links together, and when you read about it, it makes sense in a way that Churchill did it, not because people say he did it because he was selfish and evil and he didn't really care about little cities, but I think it's different because Churchill did it because he cared about us little cities. I mean, it wasn't just Coventry that got bombed, it was all over the country. But I believe just because Coventry got bombed, everyone got bombed, but because Churchill knew we got bombed, he sacrificed us, the people who died, and the buildings, like the cathedral, he sacrificed all them to make sure that the Germans wouldn't know about our spies, and that make sure that we did actually win the war. So I believe this little conspiracy is true, with all the Secret Service. I think that's also true, and I think that Churchill sacrificed our city to win the war and to minimise the deaths, really.
Yeah. Do you think there would have been a way around it? Do you think there'd be a way for us to win the war and prevent the city getting bombed and there'd be less deaths?
Well, there could have been a way, but what we just said and what we've both researched, more you than me, everywhere did get bombed, and it wasn't just us. I mean, we're talking about this because we're from Coventry, so it's important to us, but Coventry was one of the many cities and towns that did get bombed, but there could have been ways, not using the code or anything. They could have sent someone to ride down because they're from London. Coventry, it's not that big. Well, it's quite big of a distance, but I think you sent one messenger. I think he would have arrived maybe just before the bombing happened. But then again, we don't know what day, what time Churchill found out about the bombs. So it could have been an hour before, days before, a week before, a month before. But it all depends on when Churchill actually found out Coventry were going to be bombed, really. But there was ways around it, I'm assuming.
So do you think if it we're in the war now with the modern day technology, do you think the city would get bombed, or there'd be sensors to know there were planes coming over, and do you think we would have had more knowledge of what to do to end the war and not lose any cities or any deaths?
If there was a war now, common country, we're West Midlands, but we're not in the centre, but we're quite far away from the sea, so we've got quite a lot of land around us. So if German planes, or any planes, shall we say, were driving towards our city, we'd notice them by a mile off, because other cities would notify other cities, and then it'd happen, and then we'd probably send jets off anyway, and then it'd be a war. Asking you the same thing really, if there was a war now, do you think there'd be a different way, or do you think the leaders of our city now would do the same as Churchill and sacrifice us?
Yeah, well, because the politics now, there'd be more laws about what we can do and what we can't do, so we can't like let the city get bombed now, as like that could have happened in the World War II, because like of free will and all the other like explanations of politics, and and
it's kind of hard to think, isn't it? Because it's your own opinion, so you have to think of all the research you've done as well, and if it's real or fake. But you have to think about if it would make sense, or it wouldn't happen ever again. But just somewhat in my own opinion, people say, because when I researched it myself, some people said what Churchill did was like awful.
Yeah.
Evil. People use the word evil, but when I look at it, I don't see a leader sacrificing the city. I see a leader protecting everyone else by. I mean, I don't know the accurate deaths of what happened when.
Are you recording? Sorry.
Oh my god.
Are you actually recording?
Yes.
like 10 minutes.
17 minutes.